Hello and welcome to Concord. My name is Justin. I'm the owner of Team 53. We've partnered with Coach Dave Academy to provide you these Learn to Drive videos. This week's video, Concord Speedway and the super late models for iRacing 2025 Season 1 Week 4 official series action. This setup's using the Team 53 setup, which is available if you click the link in the description below for Team 53 Discord, or through Coach Dave Academy, you can get it as well. Don't forget while you're down there, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. It does a ton to get our message out, help support the channel. Um, so you can kind of see there, did a bunch of laps. We're getting going here. You do a nice little burnout and tire heat here for qualifying. It's really important here at Concord that you get heat in the tires. It's going to be a super slick track, 100 plus degrees all day long here. So you guys are going to be sliding around. We're going to go high here in 3 and get a huge run down the front stretch. Speed at the start finish line, we're at 112 miles an hour. That's something that you guys are going to want to check and make sure and just kind of see where you're at. A lot of you guys that are seeing slower lap times, if you look at the speed at the start finish line, you'll kind of see that you might be leaving some speed on the table here. So just a couple car lengths past the start finish line, we're going to start to turn in for turn 1. Heavy under braking to get the car slowed down and get it to rotate. And then when we bring this in, we're going to want to try and get these left side tires really close to this yellow line. So we drive it down, and then we let it roll center, and then just past center of the corner, we're going to start to throttle up. If you start to throttle up too soon, one of two things are going to happen. You're either going to spin out coming off, or you're going to plow up the track. So it's really important that we're watching where we're throttling up at. And you can see too, I don't even make an attempt to get to full throttle. I just let it ride about 3/4 throttle. We slow it down here a little bit to about 2/3 throttle going over this short chute here, getting set up for turn 2. Turn 2, you want to get the car as low as you can in this little dog leg and just run it to pitch yourself to go up towards the wall here before turn 3. So you can see we're just hovering our throttle right about 50-60%, maybe a little more. Just riding it the entire way. And then we're going to take the car and we're going to pitch it up here towards the wall. And you can see we get really close to the wall, and then we start braking just before the Troutman motor sign. And we get this car slowed down for turn 3. We're going to take a wide arc into 3. A lot of you guys like to shoot it in low here, and then you'll drift wide. It's not a good look. You want to do this nice wide arc, get it slowed up to drive out of the corner as fast as you possibly can. So we'll drive it down. And then once we get there, we're just going to throttle up and drive right off the corner to get us a 568. Race trim, we did a bunch of race trim lines. Looks like 813 is probably about our best lap. Let's go in and look at this set of laps. So the big thing here for race trim, it's going to look very similar to qualifying. But what you're going to see when you're in the race is that a lot of guys are going to either drift wide or they're going to be running way low. And you've got to be able to lift, roll out, and just kind of ride and know what runs to take. Going too wide into this dog leg isn't necessarily preferred, but if you have to do it, I mean, just be prepared to run low. Um, a lot of guys are going to dive you going into turn 3, so that's something you got to watch. And if someone sends it in on you in turn 3, lift out early, take a wider arc, and you should just be able to drive right underneath them on exit and get your position back. This is probably the #1 spot where I see a lot of incidents, just guys sending it down on the bottom versus taking the nice wide arc around. You can see here we get a nice drive off, and then we lift. So another reason why we want to be very conscious, especially in race trim, of how we're doing turn 3 is, in my opinion, turn 3 is kind of the key to every lap, right? If you're sending it into turn 3 and you're missing the bottom, what's going to happen is then your next lap is going to be terrible because you don't have as much speed for the front stretch. So that's something where you just really want to back turn 3 up and get a really good drive down the front stretch to keep your lap time smooth. Obviously, if you're following someone, you got to kind of run their line, but if you can, you're going to gain a ton more time over a race by backing up 3 and driving hard out of 3 and then just kind of maintaining the rest of the track. I mean, if you screw up turn 1, you can make it up. If you screw up the dog leg and lift too much, you can make it up. But if you screw up turn 3, it's going to hurt you for 2 laps, and that's certainly not what you want to do. So you can see here, once a car gets some heat in it, we can really get aggressive with the throttle for just a brief moment, and then drive around. I mean, it's really all throttle play here. There's not a ton of like straight line speed. It's all throttle play, all working that pedal and just trying to make this car work as best as we possibly can. So if you guys are struggling, be sure to reach out. I'm available at Team 53 Discord. It's linked below. Coach Dave Academy. If you're looking for setups, both asphalt, short track, and road course, they've got a ton. Otherwise, like I said, hop in the Team 53 Discord. Happy to help you. Best of luck this week, and let us know how you did.